infused with coconut water and plant stem cells. Wow, that exploded everywhere. We just try to blend the stuff that's already on there so it doesn't make it worse. Hey girl, welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to find you the best beauty products for the best prices. And in today's video, we're gonna be trying to figure out what is the best drugstore BB cream. I want to redeem myself from last week. Can we talk about how different these are in shade? That was just horrific in so many ways. And so I thought it would be a perfect thing to try to find maybe a more lightweight coverage option with skincare benefits. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal because I have 4 options and I'm going to be dividing my face in half and doing it over 2 to 3 days depending on what happens. Kind of be doing like a bracket style thing. Again, possibly, unless there's like an obvious best option. We're going to be testing Pacifica a Light BB Cream, the Maybelline Dream BB Cream, the Covergirl Clean Matte BB Cream, and the L'Oreal Magic BB Cream. I did a lot of research to try to gather up the ones with at least 4 stars with the most reviews. We're going to be starting off with the Pacifica versus the Maybelline. I'm going to be doing the Maybelline on my right and the Pacifica on my left. Starting off with the Maybelline. The Maybelline one recommends that you use your fingers, so that's what I'm going to do. And we'll adjust if we need to. Like if it needs a sponge or a brush, we'll make it work. According to Ulta's website, this BB cream has SPF 30 and is formulated oil-free. It blurs imperfections, enhances, hydrates, brightens, smooths, skin tone perfecting. Okay. There's one layer with fingers. It definitely did add some coverage, not as much as I would like. Yes, I realize it's a BB cream, but I want to see if I can build it up more with a sponge and how that reacts. And goes for $8.99 on Ulta's website, although I got it for cheaper at Walmart for sure. I'll put the price of how much I paid for it. And I have it in the shade 100 Light. I have never tried this before that I can remember. Okay, that I really like the amount of coverage for a BB cream. No, it didn't cover up the zip all the way, but it took care of some redness. And I really like the finish of everything. Move on to the Pacifica. This one doesn't recommend a certain way to apply it, so I'm just gonna use a sponge. Whoa, this exploded a little bit. Oh wow, it's coming out. Oh flip. It's coming out whether you like it or not. Lid back on, please. Wow, that is definitely a thicker texture. It's more moussey than the Maybelline one. I don't mind that, it's just not as watery. And then according to Amazon, it is a light fluid formula that gives your skin a dewy, radiant, bare face finish. A true multitasker that hydrates, primes, illuminates, and perfects the skin. Infused with coconut water, hyaluronic acid, and plant stem cells. Wow. It is 100% cruelty-free and vegan, so that's bonus. Helps diminish the appearance of pores, fine lines, and uneven tone. It is $11.40 on Amazon, and I believe that's the cheapest you can get. And I have it in the shade 11 Light. I've not used the Pacifica one either. I actually don't think I've ever used anything Pacifica that I can think of. It's been a long time if I have. Okay, wow. That actually looks really good. It doesn't have quite as much coverage as the Maybelline one. You can see a little bit of the redness from my cheeks coming through, but it still has a good amount of coverage. It did a good job like minimizing the redness on this and on my chin. I'm decently happy with that. Side note, I did not use any primer before this. I'm not using any setting powder or setting spray afterwards, so these are on their route. I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup. I'll be right back. It's currently 1:12. I really like the look of both of these. I think they did a good job blurring. Obviously, there's still some redness showing through, but it's a BB cream, not a foundation. And so, like, if it really bothered me during a normal time when I wasn't testing makeup, I could just stick some concealer over it. Nothing's like sinking into any like fine lines in a weird way. My pores, I wouldn't necessarily say they're gone, but they're definitely less noticeable. Like I said, I think this is gonna be a lot more fast-paced because I want to be able to fit in possibly testing things throughout 3 days, but I'm definitely gonna make sure that if there's anything that I don't like or I really like, I'll point it out. So I'll see you in just a second.
Okay, we're at the halfway point. It is colder outside than it looks. I'm freezing. I should put on a jacket. This is what everything looks like. Oh, we got some issues right here, although this zit specifically has been super patchy and flaky, so I'm thinking it just flaked by itself and it's not necessarily the foundation because it's handling this fine. A little bit more glowy than before, but not enough that I'm mad about it. So far, they're wearing about the same. This actually, just kidding, I just noticed this. This is kind of rubbed off a little bit. So they're both struggling a little bit in their own way. If this is the only struggles, I'm not super concerned, but we'll see by the end of the day.
Okay, it's been like 11.5 hours and yeah, my hair is different. It's the story of my life. But I'm so tired I need to go to bed. Pacifica one really started like cracking and creasing on my smile lines on this side. Maybelline one, not really. Pacific one, it started breaking up around my nose. The Maybelline one, it's gotten shiny, but it hasn't broken up. I will say I'm more shiny on the Maybelline side, but not so much that it's like bothering me. It did not like the zit at all. It's kind of a really huge cystic zit. It really, really didn't like this zit. Both of them don't like huge cystic zits, we'll say that. But I think the Maybelline one, we'll see if we'll be testing out again in this video. Stay tuned, this is not over yet. Okay, round two. We're doing the Covergirl and the L'Oreal. I'll do the L'Oreal on my left and the Covergirl on my right. The Covergirl is the only one out of all of these that I've tried before, and it's been probably about at least 2 years. I remember I liked it. I don't remember what I liked about it, so we'll see. We'll start off with the Covergirl. I'm kind of worried because I've tried the green version of this before, and it was too dark for me. So we'll see. Although this is in light, and that only comes in one shade. Let's get these guys out of the way for a sec. I need to be more careful when I open these things. Flip. Definitely that exploded everywhere. Luckily, I don't think it got on my clothes, so. Woo. Okay, we're done. That's enough. And according to Ulta's website, it says the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream provides a perfect amount of coverage to even skin tone, hide blemishes, we love that, and keep shine free all day. That was the quickest description I've ever seen. It comes in 6 shades, at least on Ulta's website, and it goes for $9.99 there, but I believe I got it for like $5 at Walmart or something crazy, like a lot cheaper. So I'll put the price I got on the screen. Let's like not have it explode this time, please. Yay, good job not exploding. Oh, it's white. I'm gonna warm it up in my hands first because that will hopefully make it so it's the right shade. This is the only one that some websites it gave incredible reviews, and other websites people didn't like it as much. So we'll see what that means. Very watery though. According to Ulta's website, it says, discover the L'Oreal Studio Secret Magic Beautiful BB Cream. It's a multitasking, ultralight lotion that delivers 4 beautifying actions in one. It primes, corrects, and hydrates. Okay, I'm gonna try to remove the rest of from my hands. I just try to blend the stuff that's already on there so it doesn't make it worse. See, it's working a little bit. Like I can see some pigment that's switching over, and it has pigments that adjust to your perfect shade. Infused with vitamin C and vitamin E. It goes for $11.99 on Ulta's website, and it comes in 4 shades, and I believe I got it cheaper at Walmart too. I'll put the information on the screen as well. I honestly don't know if it's just still white or if that is the shade that it just turned out to be. I'm gonna try to get a little tiny bit on my fingers and like really blend it out. No, I think it's just that light of pigment. Okay, that's fine. This is what everything looks like. I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup. I'll be right back. So coverage for the CoverGirl is definitely like leaning towards the medium. It almost completely covered up this annoying zit and did a really good job covering up the redness, but like it still feels like nothing, like at all. And I feel like it's still, even though it's more matte, it's more like satin than matte. Like it still has a little bit of like lit from within glowness happening without being like dewy or glowy. L'Oreal one has like a light coverage. Like it kind of covered up the redness and it kind of smoothed things out a little bit. It's very minimal, and the pilling kind of made me nervous, to be honest, but we'll see how it wears. Maybe I just used too much. I'm gonna go about my day. I don't know when I'll have a chance to check it exactly, if it'll be halfway through the day or it might be a little bit later because I'm going to be out a little bit. It's actually 9:50 right now, which is an early start for me. We'll see what happens, but I'll definitely do a check-in in natural lighting at some point.
Okay, so it's raining right now, so I can't do a super great lighting update, but you can kind of see what's happening. There's not a huge update, it's just my lipstick transferred onto my chin, and I just am now noticing it. So just kidding, there is a huge update. How did that even happen? I don't know, I've been helping someone move all day, so I don't look the cutest. Only big update besides the lipstick is it's cracking right here. But besides that, it doesn't look too awful. We'll see what it looks like at the end of the day.
It's currently 9:52, so it's been basically 12 hours, a little bit more, a little bit less, I don't remember. I still have a little lipstick on my chin, it's fun. So I think they both held up pretty okay, except for like around the edges. The L'Oreal ones like really started crease. And honestly, the L'Oreal one's kind of a pain to use compared to the others. So I'm gonna say the CoverGirl one wins this round, and I don't know which one I like better. I'm gonna test this out in this video, but on Monday for me, and see which one works the best. Okay, final round. We got Covergirl and Maybelline. I'm excited to see which one's better. I'm gonna do Covergirl on the right and Maybelline on the left. I don't remember which one I did the first time. Doesn't matter. Okay, whoa. And this still will just kind of come out however much it wants to. Flip, I just got it in my eyebrow. Now I realize there's a couple differences between the two. One's matte, one's more neutral / bright. Not necessarily dewy finish, but more moisturizing finish, I guess. I didn't really put any on my nose today. I was so caught up in the fact that it just kind of drips out. The Maybelline has SPF 30, the CoverGirl one doesn't. See, I just think that looks gorgeous. It like sits on the skin so nicely. It like does such a good job blurring things. It has a good amount of coverage. Like it's not perfect, you can still kind of see the zit, but it's like with how red it is, that's like super impressive to me for a BB cream, like how well that covers things up. I think my skin just looks so pretty. Maybelline inside. I just want to know which one's gonna look the best and it's gonna last all day and night. And the finish doesn't really matter in the end to me because they're not super intense finishes. Like the matte one's not like super duper matte. The more dewy one's not super duper dewy. Super duper dewy. And so those things don't really matter to me. It's just which one's gonna make my skin look the best and which one's gonna last all day. I will say Maybelline does have a little bit of a leg up for me right now because it has SPF 30. That's incredible. We love that. But if the Maybelline's one's not gonna look nearly as good as the CoverGirl one, that idea is out the window. I don't care how much SPF it has in it. The Maybelline one is really, really, really pretty too. It also does a good job of like smoothing things out. I would say probably like not quite as much as the CoverGirl one, but still does a really good job. You do have to work to build up coverage if you're trying to cover up redness or acne. Like I had to go in with my fingers to get the same amount of coverage that the CoverGirl one gave, which is not 100%, like I said before. It makes it look less noticeable. It's not perfect. It's not full coverage, but that's not what we're going for. It is a little bit more glowy, but see, the CoverGirl one still has a glow. It's not flat. It's currently 11:32. Okay, makeup's on. Let's fix the headband, why don't we? Okay, you know the drill. I'm gonna go about my day. We'll do a check-in halfway. We'll see how things are holding up. I'm very excited to see these results.
I mean, so far so good. I would say the only thing is I don't know what's going on with my bronzer right here on the Maybelline side. It like disappears. I don't know if I did like this or something. Oh, see, it matches up with my finger so well. I'm wondering if I did. And also the Maybelline side, the zit is poking through a little bit more than I would like. But besides that, it's not too bad. We're not like ridiculously shiny or like peeling or bunching up in any way. I'm gonna say I still don't know. Because that SPF 30, like I'm really leaning into it. I guess we'll see what things look like by the end of the day.
Whew. Okay, it's 11:30, something like that. This is what things are looking like. They've both faded a little bit in their own ways, but I feel like the Maybelline side, it's kind of struggled more like around the edges, especially on the acne. It's not the biggest difference ever, and this might not be an issue if you have like super dry skin. I feel like on the side of my nose, it feels like it's kind of faded. Around my mouth, it's faded a little bit. The Maybelline one's good, but honestly, I feel like the CoverGirl one held up better. Not by much, but if I'm getting picky, I'm gonna say CoverGirl wins. It's not drying at all. So if you have dry skin, I think you'll be just fine because my cheeks can get kind of dry and like it didn't bug it at all. And I feel like it just lasts longer. If you want to see a video for a possible dupe for the MAC Stack Mascara, you can click right here. I'll link everything I talk about in the description box below. Those links are affiliate links, so I do get a small percent of the profits if you use my link to buy the product, but does not affect you in any way. I love you guys so much and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye!